Time again is 10:10 a.m. Presiding is myself, Seth Damon, Speaker of the 24th Navajo Nation Council. Let's go ahead and get a roll call, and then we'll go ahead and continue on from there.
Good morning, everyone. Beginning with Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay did not answer roll call. Honorable Key Allen Begay Jr.
Naabik'íyáti Allen is present.
Honorable Key Allen Begay Jr. answered roll call. Honorable Paul Begay Jr. Honorable Paul Begay Jr. is present. Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not answer roll call. Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton.
Delegate Charles Newton is on the line.
Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton answered roll call. Honorable Amber Kines Bakrati. Honorable Amber Kines Bakrati. Honorable Amber Kines Bakrati did not answer roll call. Presiding Chair, Honorable Speaker Seth Damon is present. Honorable Herman Daniels. Honorable Herman Daniels.
Good morning, present.
Honorable Herman Daniels answered roll call. Honorable Mark Freeland is present. Honorable Pernell Halona. Honorable Pernell Halona. Honorable Pernell Halona did not answer roll call. Honorable Jamie Henio. Honorable Jamie Henio. Honorable Jamie Henio did not answer roll call. Honorable Vince James. Honorable Vince James. Honorable Vince James did not answer roll call. Honorable Rick Nez. Honorable Rick Nez is excused. Honorable Carl Slater is present. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr.
Present.
Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. answered roll call. Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr.
Good morning, present.
Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr. answered roll call. Honorable Charlene So. Honorable Charlene
I'm
So.
present.
Honorable Charlene So answered roll call. Honorable Daniel So.
I'm here.
Honorable Daniel So answered roll call. Honorable Eugene So.
Oh, conscious Kate. Oh, Yahoo.
Honorable Eugene So answered roll call. Honorable Otto So is present. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. did not answer roll call. Honorable Edison Juanica is present. Honorable Edmund Yazzie. Honorable Edmund Yazzie. Honorable Edmund Yazzie did not answer roll call. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair did not answer roll call. And going back up, Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay did not answer roll call. Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not answer roll call. Honorable Amber Kines Bakrati. Honorable Amber Kines-Bakrati. Honorable Amber Kines-Bakrati did not answer roll call. Honorable Pernell Halona.
Good morning. Hello, Mr. President. Thank you.
Honorable Pernell Halona answered roll call. Honorable Jamie Henio. Honorable Jamie Henio. Honorable Jamie Henio did not answer roll call. Honorable Vince James. Honorable Vince James. Honorable Vince James did not answer roll call. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr.
I'm present.
Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. answered roll call. Honorable Edmund Yazzie. Honorable Edmund Yazzie. Honorable Edmund Yazzie did not answer roll call. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair did not answer roll call. Honorable Elmer Begay.
Elmer Begay.
Honorable Elmer Begay answered roll call. With that, Honorable Speaker, you have 17 delegates, including yourself, who are present.
Thank you very much for
Hello,
that,
Dr. Begay.
colleagues. Yes, good morning, Honorable Elmer Begay. Good morning to everyone again. Colleagues, there's 17 members that answered roll call this morning. So that does consist of a quorum here for Naabik'íyáti committee. At this time, colleagues, we're moving on down to our invocation for the day. At this time, I respectfully ask for Honorable Elmer Begay.
Yeah, I'm calling in.
Yes, we got you down, Honorable Elmer Begay, on the roll call. At this time, colleagues, ask for a volunteer this morning to do an invocation. Honorable Adesso.
Good morning. Yet We'll go ahead and provide invocation this morning and Shanja what the doctors they did what Nahasani Ma Johna Inhita Dishinge Ko Ipen be it's Kag Shantin Lin ho the Deslato Nanset Khas Edo Il Kahojon the Shinson that is Sky on the heat na Aro it's Kag Net Khas Eket in it Neket in the lash line Linico Sayaho Ben Yete DJ or Dashin Sobanish. It is all just cut at in the Shiban Danisho. Go awkward all. And this Kakate Inigito Diqua Nitra Nini Trai ho Yadakis Kato Untitled ho Hanin Labe Nahiti. I don't Untitled Kodon. Sakoi, Nistridot is Nistrid son, Nistrid Shikut up. If you know, don't cut in lie, Cope, Nighty, which I don't the call. And said, Cas Edo and the Kodo, Chian Lin con Hanin Lavo, Beg it Lado Cope. At least cut K. Oh, now he needs and oh. Didn't Nick na was Anigi Yako. Ba Anits Adon da Kodo Ashani Zinit at Ni Hashin so jo pa lini kodo e chon in lini nani lini bitad nit i konde kodo on khahalya bon hidin i قد إشي أتهز أن ليني كون لون هي تخاطها الله نحلي ليني قص إيغو كون هي تنا ينا كاي كو أو أتلاني تنيت دون هي كي دون هي جات نهي تيس نهين تاكيس نهي جي دون هي تخاطي هي ديلاي يات إيهو دو هدالت إيغو نهي خاوة ديتلي يات إيهو نهي لي donde ya tejo kodo ya o ne ya ni lindo ni dice che tiniki o bebe na francis do alha ni zmod ke ti do yedil ki at ego nen tekos at ego nat anin tekos but in shut ben sakis ben na yilago بدن نايج كدو عشان تويا يحكيدو هot إيهز الناس ونسكيس وكيس أكون كدو هجو بين هيكنين بين خاصن تيج نازاني ما تونا إنهي تخا دون دا كدو نوي إدن يتلون إشنا تسوي إدن يتلون دو نخديين دو باب النشئي يا به أطلعني تزنيد أكون خياون سندو باب النشئي يا نهزا دو نزيك خوسكي بين خياون سن ناسان قائي كون خاطت إيغو كوني ليا بيكيهيت دولو كيب قائي تهويجون كون كيهيت نشدون دا آدين دا نحسان دون دا آليادة كيس لاغو بأي بوت زي كيس لاغو نحسان هت آبي خط ليا forces of nature شلتا بأي بوت زي لي هت هو دا بيز كوهدون دا بين داس أهدو تسلتان إيغو دان آغو أداريا آدين دا إنان سيطة تحزني دون دا أدلة تحيناني تحزني نبتاهد آدي يا هيناني تحزني دو خاطر إيبا من نشعوه به نسد كيز بنداك ولو هجون دا دا هجون كيدا ويتيدو ولو جون دا يا ديبن بي هني ولو دغل تاجي تهوشيش لو آدي شان تهوشيش كديا أكيج تهوشيش لأنه نيكيه بقاي تلتان اللي تسناجين صوت زي تنقصلي دو تبنسا كيفيت إيكو يات إيهو وات إيكو بانسس كيسا ثاني باب الناس الإشجية دو كده الناهي نتليدو للأثاني تزنيت إيكو نيجاهنا النادو نيجاه تنتيدو اللين دون هيوت إثنين دول نحصاني ما بكاهو تشجيه كونترا حسيو يورانش إيدا ويونش لن يجنش وهت إيغون تهو كوسس توين ديدي غاز توين ديدي كيس كيدو تلعبدي يسكان آدي هت بنا انتخندو باول إيلو ينا انتخنه بيين بتصاد الزن بتصاد إيتيانهو إشجيه بإنيت باب الناس أجوبا إني تزدو أتلن ليني إني تزدو خاوني تزدو نبا هو تزيهو لكي ناس لا هو نيتا a very national call. It's a sea pen be it's a journal on it now, son. You kid you journal. Kana right a whole on it. Yibik a shig. Was on it now, son. Him was on the hot lick. Was on has aunt on it though. Wasn't a sleep on it. That was aged though. Now, son, this is though. Kayan kill the cat. Turn time over to you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Otto, for that wonderful prayer this morning. Blessing the day and also blessing our work that we're going to be doing for the nation here at the Naabik'íyáti Committee. For the record, colleagues, members of the Naabik'íyáti Committee, and everyone listening in this morning, I do have Honorable Otto, Honorable Paul Begay, Honorable Slater, Honorable Freeland, Honorable Edison Wanika, and Chairman Daniel So here in the chambers with us this morning too as well. So with that, let's go ahead and continue on down to our proposed agenda that was posted more than 24 hours in advance. Before we go ahead and adopt the agenda, let's go to recognizing guests and visiting officials. Are there any recognitions at this time?
Speaker should say,
Yes. Good morning, Honorable Eugene So. What was yours?
Nagay, that is Kagi, that is recognized as all this, Indian National Finals Rodeo. Easy. George, that is, hard to have young of it. So, could open to into the kid that would recognize and the families that are traveling to have a safe travel and back. It shall recognize all this. Thank you.
Thank you very much with that. And yes, to all our rodeo contestants, I'll be representing the Navajo Nation in all indigenous country for the National Finals Rodeo. Safe travels. With that, colleagues, any other recognitions or recognizing any visiting officials to the nation at this time?
Speaker.
Yes. Morning, Chairman Yazi. What was yours?
Yes, Speaker, good morning. And also my colleagues on call in there at the chambers and everyone that's listening. Just wanted to say that I'm on call, and I believe I do have Mariana Lake chapter staff on call as well. So, Speaker, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning to individuals there at Mariana Lake Chapter House. And good morning to all the chapters that are listening in again this morning. With that, any other further recognitions before we move on to adopting our agenda? Only twice. Or 3 times. Let's go ahead and go on down to item number 3, review and adopt the agenda this morning. Mr. Rico, you mind reading it into the record, and then I'll go ahead and go to the floor after that to get a motion in a second, and if there's any deliberation on our agenda this morning. Mr. Rico.
Thank you, Speaker. Members of the 24th Nomination Council, Naabik'íyáti Committee. This is the regular meeting agenda via telecommunications, Winter Navajo Nation, Thursday, October 13th, 2022. The proposed agenda, presiding chair, Honorable Seth Damon, Speaker, 24th Nomination Council. 1, call meeting to order, roll call invocation. 2, recognize guests and visiting officials. 3, review and adopt the agenda. 4, review and adopt the journals. There are no journals. 5, receive reports, no reports. 6, old business A, legislation 0149-22. 7, new business A, legislation 0108-22. B, legislation 0151-22. C, legislation 0156-22. D, legislation 0160-22. E, legislation 0164-22, F, legislation 0166-22, G, legislation 0159-22. H, legislation 0161-22, I, legislation 0162-22, J, legislation 0163-22. 8, close of meeting, announcements, adjournment. Mr. Speaker.
Thank you with that, for the reading of the record, Mr. Rico. Colleagues, let me go ahead and go to the floor at this time. Is there a motion on our agenda this morning? Going twice.
Motion, hello?
Honorable Hona. Good morning, Honorable Hona. Is there a second? Second by Chairman Henio. Good morning, Chairman. That, colleagues, any comments, questions, additions, deletions to our agenda this morning? I don't have anybody in the queue.
Speaker, Delegate Daniel So,
Yes, good morning, Chairman.
Speaker Kelly. So,
And Honorable
that
Kelly
is
Gay.
Silla.
That, Chairman Daniel So, floor is yours.
Shahat Silla. Ado Shanantai, colleagues of the Naabik'íyáti committee, legislative staff, and all the folks on the call. I'd like to request the moving parties to add a report from the Navajo Board of Election Supervisors regarding procedures, and that involved the recount. There was an attempt earlier to add that report, and at the time, the Legislative Council advised us not to add it, but we, now that we hear that the election results from the primary election were certified, I feel like it's time we heard from the Navajo Board of Elections Supervisors Administration to report on the recount procedures and the status of certain ballot boxes, as well as the procedures on the recount. Also, I would like to ask the moving parties to add legislation 0184 that was before the committee, HES committee yesterday. I signed the committee report this morning, and I feel like that's eligible for Naabik'íyáti action this morning. So that would be my request of the moving parties. Thank you.
There is a motion by Chairman Daniel So. And that motion is to Amendment 1, add on a report from the Navajo Board of Election Supervisors regarding the procedures of the recent primary election recount. And then also adding on legislation 0184-22. With this, colleagues, on adding the amendment for the report, please keep in mind that this wasn't asked of me earlier, or was this that? So hopefully we can get them on the line, the supervisors, because they're asking for the Board of Election Supervisors to give their account. So we got to hunt down the supervisors who are not regularly in the office.
They're meeting right now.
Oh, they're meeting right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaker, this is Miss Barbara.
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Thank you, and I apologize for interrupting. This is Dana Bobroff, Chief Legislative Counsel. I wanted to advise the council and the audience that there is still one election grievance that has been filed. It's still in litigation. And because of that, my recommendation is that any reporting from elections office be done in executive session, so we're not interfering with the grievance that's still pending. Thank you, Speaker.
In that case, with the pending notion that would have to be going into executive session, the request of the Office of Legislative Counsel is to go into executive session. Chairman Daniel, so I'm respectfully asking of you, respectfully requesting to ask you if you could please move these into two separate motions, Chairman. One is adding on the report, and then the other one is adding on legislation 0184-22. Morning.
Speaker, Delegate Daniel Phil,
Yes.
I'll amend the motion to just include 0184 and leave off the report.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barbara.
All right. With that, then, colleagues, the amendment is now the modification. Before I go to this, to getting a second, is to add on legislation, only to add on legislation 0184-22 at this time. So there's a motion. Is there a second? Second by Honorable Paul Begay. With that, colleagues, any other comments, questions on amendment number one? And again, colleagues, on amendment number one, if you can see our screen there, it's just to add legislation 0184-22 onto the agenda. Oh, Mr. Rico, let me make sure, colleagues, everybody knows what legislation 0184-22 is. Mr. Rico?
Thank you, Speaker. Members of the Naabik'íyáti Committee. Tracking number 0184-22 is an action relating to health, education, and human services, Naabik'íyáti Committee and Navajo Nation Council, reaffirming resolutions NABIN-69-18, NABIMY-27-19, and NABIAU-25-21, requesting a tribal communication with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to establish direct services on the Navajo Nation for Navajo veterans. Legislation is sponsored by Honorable Kealan Begay Jr. Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rico. With that, colleagues, any comments or questions on amendment number one? I do believe 0184-22, was that sent out? Okay, it's being sent out right now. Twice. Going three times. Let's go to board on amendment number one.
Honorable Elmer Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay did not vote.
I'll vote green. I'll vote green.
Honorable Elmer Begay votes green. Honorable Key Allen Begay Jr., how do you vote?
Yeah, I'll vote green. Thank you.
Honorable Key Allen Begay Jr. votes green. Honorable Paul Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Paul Begay votes green. Honorable Nathaniel Brown, how do you vote? Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not vote. Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton, how do you vote?
Charles Newton votes green.
Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton votes green. Honorable Amber Kenneth Bakrati, how do you vote? Honorable Amber Kenneth Bakrati votes green via text. Presiding Chair, Honorable Speaker Damon not voting. Honorable Herman Daniels, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Herman Daniels votes green. Honorable Mark Freeland, how do you vote? Honorable Mark Freeland votes green. Honorable Pernell Halona, how do you vote?
Helena votes green.
Honorable Pernell Halona votes green. Honorable Jamie Henio, how do you vote? Honorable Jamie Henio votes green. Honorable Vince James, how do you vote? Honorable Vince James votes green via text. Honorable Rick Nez is excused. Honorable Carl Slater, how do you vote? Honorable Carl Slater. Honorable Carl Slater did not vote. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr., how do you vote? Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. did not vote. Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr., how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr. votes green. Honorable Charlene So, how do you vote?
I vote
Honor-
green.
Honorable Charlene So votes green. Honorable Daniel So, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Daniel So votes green. Honorable Eugene So, how do you vote?
Dot is dot shout.
Honorable Eugene So votes green. Honorable Otto So, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Otto So votes green. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr., how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. votes green. Honorable Edison Juanica, how do you vote? Honorable Edison Juanica votes green. Honorable Edmund Yazdi, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Edmund Yazdi votes green. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair, how do you vote? Honorable Jimmy
I'll vote-
Yellowhair.
I vote green.
Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair votes green. Going back up, Honorable Nathaniel Brown, how do you vote? Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not vote. Honorable Carl Slater, how do you vote? Honorable Carl Slater. Honorable Carl Slater did not vote. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr., how do you vote? Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. did not vote. With that, Honorable Speaker, you have 19 delegates who voted in favor, 0 delegates who oppose, with presiding chair not voting.
Thank you very much. On amendment number 1, motion carries with 19 in favor, 0 opposed, and chair not voting. Motion on the amendment to add on legislation 0184-22 under new business. With that, colleagues, let me go back to the main motion. I do have Honorable Keelan Begay next in the queue. Honorable Keelan Begay, good morning, Che. Floor is yours.
Speaker, what I wanted to do is already added onto the agenda, so I appreciate the adding the legislation onto the agenda. Speaker, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That I don't have anybody else in the queue at this time. Any other further comments, questions, additions, deletions to our agenda this morning? One twice. One three times. So that, Mr. Rico, second reading. Then we'll go ahead and go to the board.
Thank you, Speaker. Members of the Naabik'íyáti Committee, you have one amendment. Amendment number 1 is to add legislation 0184-22 to the agenda. That will be under new business, new item K. Mr. Speaker.
That, go to board.
Sorry. Beginning with Honorable Elmer Begay.
I'll vote green.
Honorable Elmer Begay votes green. Honorable Key Allen Begay Jr., how do you vote?
Yeah, I'll vote green. Thank you.
Honorable Key Allen Begay Jr. votes green. Honorable Paul Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Paul Begay votes green. Honorable Nathaniel Brown, how do you vote? Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not vote. Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton votes green. Honorable Amber Canez Bacrati, how do you vote? Honorable Amber Canez Bacrati. Honorable Amber Canez Bacrati did not vote. Presiding Chair, Honorable Speaker Damon not voting. Honorable Herman Daniels, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Herman Daniels votes green. Honorable Mark Freeland, how do you vote? Honorable Mark Freeland votes green. Honorable Pernell Halona, how do you vote?
Alona vote green.
Honorable Pernell Halona votes green. Honorable Jamie Henio, how do you vote? Honorable Jamie Henio. Honorable Jamie Henio did not vote. Honorable Vince James, how do you vote?
Doggett James votes green.
Honorable Vince James votes green. Honorable Rick Nez is excused. Honorable Carl Slater votes green. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr., how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. votes green. Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr., how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr. votes green. Honorable Charlene So, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Charlene So votes green. Honorable Daniel So, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Daniel So votes green. Honorable Eugene So, how do you vote? Honorable Eugene So. Honorable Eugene So votes green. Honorable Otto So, how do you vote? Honorable Otto So.
I vote green.
Honorable Otto So votes green. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr., how do you vote? Honorable
vote green.
Thomas Walker Jr. votes green. Honorable Edison Juanica, how do you vote? Honorable Edison Juanica votes green. Honorable Edmund Yazzie, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Edmund Yazzie votes green. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair votes green. Going back up, Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not vote. Honorable Amber Knez-Bakrati. Honorable Amber Knez-Bakrati. Honorable Amber Knez-Bakrati did not vote. Honorable Jamie Henio, how do you vote? Honorable
Green.
Jamie Henio votes green. And with that, Honorable Speaker, you have 20 delegates who voted in favor, 0 delegates who oppose, with presiding chair not voting.
Thank you very much. With that, colleagues, 20 in favor, 0 opposed, and chair not voting. We do have an agenda here before us, colleagues. So let's go ahead and continue on down to item number 4, which is review and adopt the journals. At this time, there are none. Item number 5, receiving reports. There are none. Item number 6, old business. Item number A, legislation 0149-22. This legislation is sponsored by Madam Chair Charles Newton. Mr. Rico, on legislation 0149-22. It is on old business. Could you go ahead and read that back into the record and then just give an overview?
Thank you, Speaker, members of the Naabik'íyáti Committee. Tracking number 0149-22 is an action relating to resource and development, health, education, human services, law and order, and the Naabik'íyáti Committees. Opposing states decriminalization of the use of peyote. Legislation is sponsored by Madam Chair Eugenia Charles Newton. A recap: on August 31st, 2022, there was a motion to table legislation 0149-22 for no more than 45 days to allow the Naabik'íyáti Nation Incorporated, ABNDN Incorporated, adequate time to provide a resolving resolution. Motion was made by Honorable Carl R. Slater, second by Honorable Vince R. James, with a vote of 21 in favor, 0 opposed. We did receive and attached as a comment a resolution, an email from the ABNDN. Let's see. By the Azebin of the Nation. There was a memorandum and a resolution that is attached as a comment. This legislation was tabled and will need to be motioned off table. Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. With that, since this legislation was tabled, I'll go ahead and need a motion to take it off the table. Is there a motion? Motion by Honorable Eugene So. Is there a second?
Second, Helena.
Second by Honorable Helena. With that, colleagues, let's go to board.
Honorable Elmer Begay, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Elmer Begay votes green. Honorable Kealan Begay Jr., how do you vote?
Kealan votes green. Thank you.
Honorable Kealan Begay Jr. votes green. Honorable Paul Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Paul Begay. Honorable Paul Begay did not vote. Honorable Nathaniel Brown, how do you vote? Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not vote. Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton votes green. Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati, how do you vote? Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati. Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati did not vote. Presiding Chair, Honorable Speaker Damon not voting. Honorable Herman Daniels, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Herman Daniels votes green. Honorable Mark Freeland, how do you vote? Honorable Mark Freeland votes green. Honorable Pernell Helona, how do you vote?
Helena votes green.
Honorable Pernell Helona votes green. Honorable Jamie Henio, how do you vote?
Votes green.
Honorable Jamie Henio votes green. Honorable Vince James, how do you vote?
Delegate Jam votes green.
Honorable Vince James votes green. Honorable Rick Nez is excused. Honorable Carl Slater, how do you vote? Honorable Carl Slater votes green. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr., how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. votes green. Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr., how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr. votes green. Honorable Charlene So, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Charlene So votes green. Honorable Daniel So, how do you vote? Honorable Daniel So. Honorable Daniel So did not vote. Honorable Eugene So, how do you vote? Honorable Eugene So votes green. Honorable Otto So, how do you vote? Honorable Otto So. Honorable Otto So did not vote. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr., how do you vote? Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. did not vote. Honorable Edison Juanica, how do you vote? Honorable Edison Juanica votes green. Honorable Edmund Yazzie, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Edmund Yazzie votes green. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair votes green. Going back up. Honorable Paul Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Paul Begay votes green. Honorable Nathaniel Brown, how do you vote? Honorable Nathaniel Brown. Honorable Nathaniel Brown did not vote. Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati, how do you vote? Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati votes green via text. Honorable Daniel So, how do you vote? Honorable Daniel So. Honorable Daniel So votes green. Honorable Otto So, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Otto So votes green. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr., how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. votes green. With that, Honorable Speaker, you have 21 delegates who voted in favor, 0 delegates who opposed, with presiding chair not voting.
Thank you very much with that. Colleagues, 21 in favor, 0 opposed, chair not voting, motion carries to take legislation 0149-22 off the table. With that, colleagues, as indicated before, we did ask for documents, and those are uploaded into the comment section. So let me go ahead and go back at this time to Madam Chair Charles Newton. Madam Chair, you have 5 minutes for a recap, and then we'll go ahead and go back to the floor. Do you have a motion held by Honorable Naabik'íyáti and second by Honorable Halona? That, Madam Chair, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Speaker and colleagues. Good morning, everyone. So just as a recap, we did as a council ask that this table be tabled to allow 45 days for the Izet Ben Nagaha board to come together to provide a resolving resolution, because we were getting information that the 0149-22 was not approved by the board, and there was no questions of an amendment. However, I did learn that the board committee or the board did meet this past Sunday, and they did pass the 0149-22, the approval with no amendments. I do have 2 agents on the line who are willing to help assist with answering questions. But this legislation, the request from the board is to have it pass with no amendments and for it to proceed forward. We are still in the process of working with various states to prevent them from decriminalizing the use of peyote. Basically, I know that it does sound a little bit confusing, but what that basically is there are some states moving to allow the usage of peyote to be sold and to be used by non-Indians. And so there is currently a federal statute in place that does not allow this. And what we're trying to ask states is to not proceed forward with decriminalization. So we do stand for questions, Speaker Damon. On the call with me, I do have the president of the Izet Ben Naga board, Willie Tracy, and I also have former president of Izet Ben Naga with us as well, Mr. Stephen Benali. So with that, Speaker Damon, I'm turning the floor back over to you, and we do stand for questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, colleagues. With this, let me go ahead and go to the floor. I do have in the queue right now, Vice Chair Walker, then Honorable Elmer Begay. Vice Chair Walker, floor is yours.
Yes, can you hear me, Mr. Speaker?
Yes.
Okay, Nanta. Although members of the Naabik'íyáti committee, Shanat Ani, good morning to each and every one. The sponsor of the legislation 0149-22, as well as your agents. The listening audience, our relatives, and I appreciate this time, Mr. Speaker. I read into the record earlier was a new comment added to the legislative packet. The last comment being the Izet Ben Naga of the Land Nation documents. Although there is another comment following that from the same group, a task force that were assigned, that were charged with the responsibility of working on this issue and this legislation. So the last SIGI that was sent to Speaker and
Mr. Rico, I would like to ask that be acknowledged because it does contain more clarification on what was to happen over at the Zip and Nahabab, the Nation Board of Directors and Leadership meeting. So, as indicated by sponsor, Madam Chair, resolution Nikki was considered and passed in Nikki. That is not the case according to the last letter that was sent into leadership this morning. So there is no resolving resolution. So I wanted to bring that document into the discussion here. Although, as we all know, tabling legislation, tabling motion is passed and it was sent back to the organization, and it's brought back before the Naabik'íyáti committee. It's on the floor and in the hands of leadership here this morning. The importance of the Navajo Nation taking a position in this matter. That's the issue, is the Navajo Nation taking a position to speak to those outside of our nation, to speak to the jurisdictions that are out there, whether they're county, city, and states. And the position is, in the legislation. So it's in the hands of leadership. And I trust and have confidence that leaders will make a decision that's in the interest of the Navajo Nation, the Navajo people. Although, in addition to that, the Zip and Nahabab, the Nation, the respected organization that has been created and formed back in the mid-'60s for a very important purpose during the times when peyote was outlawed. There was a prohibition on that, so the organization that prohibition was lifted by Navajo Nation Council at the time. The organization so that they can organize the membership. So there could be an organization that has records of members. So members can be recorded as being, a member of that organization. So 50-something years later, here we are. Well, we do have respect for the organization, although some of us continue to be part of that organization, though give it support. Well, from that time to now, there are other organizations similarly have taken that route to organize themselves, to incorporate and to establish charters and to have membership cards for their members in their respective regions. So there are a number of organizations also. So taking that into consideration here, the nation taking the lead, I would see it that way. And then the others, this is not exclusively for the Zip and organization. This is for all members in all the states, 4 states of where Navajo Nation it sits in, exists in, where our jurisdiction is into these states. So I am really glad and appreciate the nation taking this lead role here. So if we can consider all members of the different organizations, but the organizations they're there for a purpose. They serve a very important purpose for members because they have to be registered. you have to have a membership card per federal law. So what they call as a nation, sovereign nation, to protect all members. I think that's where we are at. We can rely on the nation to guide us, to take a lead. And at the end of the day, it's all our people that are members, whether they're a member of organizations or not. So, Chairman Damon, Speaker of our council, I do have an amendment that was prepared before this legislation was tabled. I had proposed this at the Resource and Development Committee meeting, Ada, from the beginning of when the legislation was on legislative track. It went to the RDC. That's where I proposed the amendment. And at the time, OLC had advised it would take a little bit more time to develop the language, and I was advised to perhaps bring it back at Naabik'íyáti. So when this legislation was tabled, it was tabled first. And I still had the amendment, and I have it with me today, and I want to introduce that as a proposed amendment to the Naabik'íyáti committee. It was drafted by Ms. Mariana Khan, and I would like that to be read into the record, Mr. Speaker. So I want to motion to do that. Again, there are a number of leaders in the nation. Although there are other organizations where there are appointed leaders or elected leaders as well. They're there, and we can acknowledge them also. The organizations, right now, the documents that are presented before us do have the name of Zeb Ben Naharat and that nation letters to documents in Danteko. Again, they've taken the lead, and I appreciate that. I acknowledge their due diligence in the matter. There was a task force that was created specifically for legislative work here, and they have provided their assistance. I really appreciate that. Not only though, as a delegate whose constituents are members of this organization, colleagues, each community has members. Mr. Speaker, so I want to propose that amendment. Thank you.
Colleagues, I have an emergency announcement right now. Colleagues here in the chambers, there's been a threat to the nomination president's office and to council. There's most likely an active shooter, and they're asking to everybody to please evacuate the premises. Everything
Speaker,
shut down.
go if you need to. This is
I'm going to go into recess until 1 o'clock. Then we're going to go ahead and do this remotely. Colleagues, I'm going to recess. Colleagues, going into emergency recess, 1 o'clock, be out back, 1 o'clock.